What's up, guys? Today is 11 September 11th, 2025, and at noon. Yeah, I just woke up after yesterday. I couldn't really sleep well because of what happened to Charlie Kirk yesterday. And then after like posting yesterday, I heard my friend's roommates say literally celebrating that, and that really disturbed me. Like I Yeah, that really like hurt my feelings. Even though I'm not a supporter of Charlie Kirk, well, I'm very neutral. I think he's funny in a way, but that doesn't matter here. Like, the fact that people are celebrating. Yeah, yes, I said it yesterday, but it's just inhumane, and I can't believe that. Um, yeah, that's that. And then yeah, because I wasn't able to what's it called? Yeah, reflect on my day yesterday. Let's do that. Let's talk about something other than a sad thing. So yesterday in the morning, I went to English class for 2 hours. There we learned how we use ChatGPT and the effect on us. Like people, yeah, it was quite interesting. Like yeah, it was quite interesting. We were reading a short story called The Aleph, and then like for us, we interpreted the Aleph like the internet. Basically, the Aleph is the first alphabet of Hebrew, but in the story, it's used as like a little orb that has everything in, yeah, and like everything inside this little like couple inch orb. And then we interpreted that as as the internet. And well, in the book it says after looking at the Aleph, the author Borge thought everyone was familiar, and I feel like that was kind of similar to the internet, because on Instagram, like, you get feeds of the people you don't even know, right? And then like you take a look at their profiles, and you know about them as much as a person you had a couple conversations with, like what they did in high school, how old they are, like what they're like, which high school they went, like what kind of activities they do. If they're an athlete, you won't know them. You might know that they like the beach or something, right? Yeah, that was like the main lesson of my English class. Second class was math, and it was just about like polar, and then just in multivariable, like it wasn't nothing much. It was just like going over the topics and stuff. So let's leave that there. And then my third class was chemistry. It was like the first chemistry class you take as a student in College of Chemistry. So yeah, and then basically what we learned was quantum mechanics and chemistry. So we learned this the class before, we learned this idea that light is both a wave and a particle. And yeah, and then we have to both think like both sides of the um I don't know, like both sides of like the way of thinking, right? And then um yeah, first we dived into the idea of black box, which is something that absorbs all light, but then reflects or deflects thermal energy. And then using that, um we can measure the what's it called? Like the energy in different wavelengths. And then I was it wait energy? I kind of forgot, but we learned this graph that as you increase the temperature, the peak of the energy graph shifts to the shorter wavelength. Like by doing that, we can study about planets that are really far from us, and then by looking at the wavelengths the stars are give us, like we can estimate how hot it is in the planet, or kind of that kind of thing. We learned that stuff. And we also learned different, like how different colors um yeah have more energy, basically, because the colors are a spectrum in the wavelength, like map kind of thing. And then we learned that like UV filters let light through, like basically only let UV through, and then that has more energy than visible light. So if you use like the ampemeter or something, or like the thing that you measure current, I think it's the ampemeter, and then like the ampemeter will show the largest value, kind of. Yeah, will show the largest value. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Although it's pretty hard, it's a lot of math, and I don't think a lot of schools do this. It's Berkeley. We found 16 elements on the periodic table. It's that kind of school. But I feel like as a freshman in a college, and if you as you learn this stuff, like as you get used to this really hard concepts, as at the very beginning, I think, yeah, by the end of this by the end of the 4 years, I think you can get to somewhere I can't even imagine. And I'm really excited. And today, I have a math class. I have a math lecture. Yesterday, math was a discussion, and today is a lecture class. And then after that, I will study a bit and then go to research, and the research about nanotechnology. And I was luckily able to join this research from freshman year. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye.